What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex Yu, and you're watching a Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. A few days ago, I saw Patriots Day, and Patriots Day is the latest film from director Peter Berg. Peter Berg has directed films like Hancock, The Kingdom, The Rundown, Battleship. But his last three films have something in common. Not only do they star Mark Wahlberg, but they are based off of real American tragedies. They're all true stories, which includes Patriots Day, Deepwater Horizon, Lone Survivor. Now, Patriots Day is based off of the 2013 Boston Marathon bombings, which was a real American tragedy. Like, this was something that was quite devastating to the nation. You know, it was an act of terrorism, but it took place in 2013, and a lot of people are saying, like, this is too soon. You know, this is only 3 or 4 years ago, and I actually agree with them. Now, when I saw the movie, I'll say that I really understand why Peter Berg and the studios decided that they needed to make this film at this time. I guess, you know, whether they decided to do it sooner or later, it's, you know, that can be put aside after I've seen the movie, actually. This is a story that shows you something besides the bombing. Something that we didn't know a whole lot about. There's actually a lot more to it than that. And after I saw this film, I'm gonna say that Peter Berg is easily becoming one of my favorite directors of all time. And I'm serious about that. Patriots Day is an outstanding film. And I really didn't know what to expect coming into this film, except that, you know, it stars Mark Wahlberg, it's a Peter Berg movie, it's based off of an American tragedy. And now that I've seen this film, I understand why Peter Berg is the right man for this job, as in telling this story of this tragedy. And that is, he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. He knows that he can turn something like an American tragedy and turn it into a story and a tale of courage, bravery, hope. And he does that successfully in this film. Man, I gotta tell you that this film is it's tough to watch. Because it's a true story, you're almost feeling a sense of dread. Like, actually, I felt a sense of dread, like, before the bombing. Before the bombing actually takes place, I just could not help a sense of dread because I know it's gonna happen. I'm watching a movie not wanting it to happen because we're being introduced to all these characters, all kinds of characters that you're starting to really connect with, because they feel very real, and that's all thanks to the performances and, of course, the great and superb direction. Once the bombing hits, it's tough to watch. Very, very stressful. It's just, you know, you're assaulted on all your senses. You know, you just feel like you're there. You feel like you're a part of, you know, like you were in the sidelines just watching the marathon take place for real. Thanks to, like, the footage that they captured on CCTV camera, it felt like you were actually there. It felt like it was live. It felt like you were in the story. And once again, all thanks to great performances and great direction. But once it happens, like I said before, it's stressful. It's very, very tough to watch. It's not entertainment. It's something that you wish didn't happen. Now, that makes up only half of the movie. There's more to it than that. And I was just thinking, like, what is this movie going to be really about? It's just about the survivors? Like, what is it about, right? There's actually a lot more. And this is the stuff that the media doesn't show us. When I watched all this uncover, all that I knew about the Boston Marathon bombings was the marathon itself, the bombing, and then bringing the suspects to justice. That's all I knew, because that's all that the media covered. Now this shows you what happens behind the scenes, and it's all very interesting. It's actually quite intense, and I don't feel that they did anything to create more drama. Like, I actually thought that, you know, did they do this for dramatic effect? But we're talking about Peter Berg here. This is somebody who actually, you know, he told us the Deep Horizon story, and it felt very, very real. This feels very, very real. And what we were shown was something that not only was intense, but actually was very, you know, it's very, very emotional throughout the entire movie. I'm talking about, like, throughout the entire movie. I'm not just talking about one point in the movie. it's emotional in a good and bad way. It's emotional because like you're sad, but it's also emotional because like you're glad that it's over. Like it's like a reaction of hope. Like this is crying is like a response of like hope. You know what I'm saying? So it really just takes you takes your heart in so many different directions after it is all over. And now I understand why Peter Berg felt it was so important to tell this story, because there were lots of acts of courage and bravery and selflessness that took place in this film. Like there was a lot going on here that we did not know about, and it just led to a very just a very satisfying finale where you just feel like, oh, okay, I'm so glad it's over. Like this was just tough to watch, but I'm so glad I saw that. I'm so glad that I was a part of it, as in like being a part of the audience, witnessing what took place, because it just felt very real. And I felt that you need to know what's going on to really understand the true accounts of what really went down. And Peter Berg really showed us this. I mean, he did a lot of research. He talked to the real guys that were there. The real guys that were there acted as consultants. And what we ended up seeing was a very real story. And this film was just absolutely outstanding. I don't know what I can say that would not make this film a perfect story. Like, I'm not saying it's a perfect story, but from the entertainment standpoint, like it really gave us a story that had a beginning and a middle and an end that just engaged me throughout the entire film. As a film, this is an outstanding film. As a true story, I wish it didn't happen, but now that it did happen, we're here to see like another side of it, and we saw that side, and that side really shows you that, you know, with all this evil out there, there is still good, and at the end of it all, love trumps hate. That's all it is. It's good versus evil, and there will always be evil, but there will always be good out there to fight it. And that's what this story is really about. And Peter Berg does such a great job. Mark Wahlberg puts in a good performance. So many of the other actors, they all put in great performances. I think this is a must-see film. I think this is actually an important American film. And I think that you guys should all check it out. It's not an easy film to watch, but it is a very good film. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. This is the first film I've seen of 2017, and I gotta say that this started off right. So, great job on Peter Berg. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna tackle next, whether it's fiction or non-fiction. I mean, fiction based off of a true story. Doesn't matter to me. I'm looking forward to seeing what he's gonna give us next. And I actually like the combination, Mark Wahlberg, Peter Berg, an American tragedy, which is gonna turn into like a tale of courage, bravery, and hope. It works. And it made for a successful final product. Anyways, 9 out of 10, highly recommended. I hope you guys get to check it out. As always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter, Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.